12. Joseph and Romane, courage in the attic. That morning, the wind blew gently against the shutters of the house. In the garden, the birds chirped happily, but a strange noise caught Joseph's attention. "Did you hear that?" he asked Romane, who was playing skipping rope. "Yes, it sounds like it's coming from the attic," she replied, listening intently. Dad, alerted by their voices, arrived with a puzzled expression. There must have been an animal that sneaked up there. Maybe a bird, or a squirrel. Joseph and Romane exchanged a worried look. They knew the attic well, from afar. It was a place they had never dared to explore alone. It was dark in there. There was old furniture, dusty cardboard boxes, and above all, cobwebs. "We have to save him," murmured Romane. "But I'm a little scared." "Me too," admitted Joseph. "But the squirrel is probably scared too. We can't leave him here." They took a deep breath, put on their boots, and quietly climbed the creaky stairs leading to the attic. Dad followed behind them, discreetly encouraging them. The door opened with a long creak. A smell of old wood, dust, and memories invaded their nostrils. The attic was plunged into darkness. The light from the skylight barely filtered through the cobwebs. "It's a real witch's den in here," whispered Romane, clinging to her brother's sleeve. Listen. I can hear him. He's scratching, over there, behind the old wardrobe." They moved forward cautiously, avoiding the piles of old books and forgotten toys. A picture frame almost fell, startling Romane. "Courage," murmured Joseph. "The squirrel is counting on us." When they reached behind the wardrobe, they discovered a half-open box. Inside, a small red squirrel, wide-eyed, was desperately trying to escape. "He's stuck," said Romane. "Poor thing." Joseph gently reached out, while Romane held a blanket. Carefully, they grabbed him and placed him inside. "There, you're free now," whispered Romane. They immediately went down into the garden and placed the little animal near a tree. The squirrel hesitated, then leaped to freedom in a flash. Papa looked at them, moved and proud. "You were very brave, my champions." "It wasn't easy going into that attic." "Yes, but we didn't want him to remain a prisoner," said Joseph. "And in the end, the attic wasn't as scary as we thought," added Romane with a smile. To congratulate them, Papa prepared a special snack, hot chocolate and honeyed toast. They ate it on the terrace, watching the branches dance in the wind. "Do you think we could tidy up the attic one day?" asked Romane. "Good idea," replied Joseph. "If we transform it, it could become our secret cabin. With cushions, lamps, and no cobwebs," she added, laughing. That day, Joseph and Romane learned that courage doesn't mean not being afraid, but moving forward despite fear, to do what's right. And thanks to their bravery, a little red squirrel had regained its freedom. And in their hearts, a new pride had taken root, soft and warm like the autumn sun shining gently on the house. The next day, Joseph made a small wooden sign and planted it at the foot of the tree where the squirrel had fled. He carefully wrote on it, "Freedom's Refuge." Romane hung a string with nuts and seeds on it. "That way, if he comes back, he'll know we're thinking of him," she said tenderly. "And maybe he'll bring his friends," Joseph added, laughing. They spent the rest of the afternoon drawing the squirrel in their storybooks. Romane drew him with a superhero cape, and Joseph wrote underneath, "The brave squirrel and the children of the attic." Their adventure was now a story in its own right, one they could tell their future grandchildren. And that night, as they fell asleep, a thought made them smile. Sometimes, the greatest treasures are hidden in the darkest corners, and all it takes is a little light, and a lot of courage, to discover them.